describe student accommodation?
Student accommodation is great.
Full of Tories, but it's okay because not all of them are bad.
Well, being from Murano and not here, a complete drug-infested shithole. But that's part of uni, isn't it? So.
I'm just saying, before I came to uni, the best reference point I had for what my room was going to look like was a shitty fisheye lens photo of a room I wasn't even sure was in the right building. After I didn't get the holes I wanted, in the pre-exams panic, I chose my accommodation, signed a few documents, and before I knew it, I'd chosen where to live for the next year. But I knew nothing. See, the truth is, everywhere you go, the holes that you stay in will have certain reputations. But unless you know someone who's already at the uni, or you somehow have access to information that the rest of us don't, it's really difficult to gauge where you'll fit in and where you actually want to be. And that's where I come in. I'm going to take you around some of the well-known and other student accommodations in Glasgow. Hopefully that gives you a good set of information to make your decision on where you want to stay. Part 1. University halls. This first thing was really confusing to me before I started uni. Maybe I'm just stupid, but maybe it's a universal problem, so we'll just dive in. Uni halls are provided to you once you've accepted your place at university, so you can apply directly to stay at university halls, and it's like an automatic process where they just kind of shove you into one place, whatever. There's a whole lot of these at Glasgow, and I can't show you all of them, so I'll just be showing you two of the biggest ones, which are Murano and Queen Margaret. Part 2. Private halls. Private halls are usually still shared. I know, confusing. It's essentially uni halls, the exact same setup, except it's not owned by the university. This usually just means that you have to find and organize these halls yourself. So it's not an automatic process. You have to research, you have to book, you have to blah blah blah. It's a whole process that you probably don't really want to go through, and that's just from my experience. It was a pain. I'll be showing you mine, Firhill Court, and another one, Clifton House. And part 3, which isn't actually being touched upon in this video, but I just want to mention it to clear up any confusion. Private accommodation. Private accommodation is essentially just finding your own flat or your own room independently, which isn't really the standard university halls concept. And obviously I won't really be showing you this because there's such a variety of places you could stay, and it's not really, that's just moving to a new city. It's not really starting university kind of thing. So I'm going to be showing you 4 different accommodations. Hopefully this gives you a well-rounded view on where you want to be. And so the journey begins with our first and probably most renowned halls in Glasgow, Murano. So this is what a staple Murano flat would look like. You got the shower. Depending on how many people, you got another shower. Some of the toilets. Some of them are connected to the shower. Others are not. And then most of them just have this classic Murano hallway look. It's actually quite a big kitchen. So this is a standard bedroom you'd get in a renovated Murano flat. You got the cute girl, just kidding, that doesn't come with a flat, double bed, desk, mirror, and the sink that everyone pees in. In my opinion, Murano is the place to be as a first year. If you like partying, come to Murano. If you want to make friends, come to Murano. If you want to do drugs, just kidding. No, but seriously, there are over 1,000 freshers here. There's 5-person flats, 12-person flats, whatever you want. Facilities aren't great, but I think it's worth the compromise for the social benefits. But Murano might not be for you. It's pretty intense, and there's a lot of parties, so if you're not that kind of person, there's a lot of other accommodations for you. Murano's a 20-minute walk to uni, so that's quite good. Plus, you get a free gym membership and on-site cleaning, so that's pretty cool. And now we move on to our second accommodation with a slightly different reputation. Queen Margaret. So QM is located near the Botanic Gardens of Glasgow and is about a 20-minute walk from uni. It's considered the more posh accommodation, which is full of Tories, blah, blah, blah. To be honest, it doesn't live up to its reputation. It's purely more expensive because the rooms are bigger and you get an ensuite bathroom, but everyone I've met from QM is great. It's just more toned down than Murano with the parties and stuff, and I think that's why it gets its rep. But I'll let past filming me and Nerea take over.
Well, this is our Queen Margaret liver. And this is our Queen Margaret room. This is what a kitchen looks like. Very cute, very nice.
You should see we have 2 fridges for each person.
Oh, we have 2
and
fridges.
Perks. Our freezer.
Oh my
each
God,
person
that's
has
massive.
a drawer. I know.
Follow me.
I know. I was thinking. I was like, this is like Vogue, the 73 questions. Hello, welcome. I will say each room is a different size. I have one of the smaller ones.
Okay.
This is me.
Oh, it's not even that small.
No.
This is
no, but they're
large and
there's
spacious.
much bigger rooms.
There's so much room for activities right here. But big plus.
Your own bathroom.
Yeah.
So like for foreign students, I was like, I don't want to have to shit with other people. Like I need to be able to have my own shit for the culture shock, you know? I was like, I don't know, I don't care, I need my own space.
Dude, fair. That's
But
how
yeah,
I feel.
that was the one thing I told my parents. I was like, I'll go abroad, but I need to be able to shit in private. Like that's it. That's all I need. But yeah.
Okay.
So this
Okay,
is
the
it.
big unboxing.
I'm warning, my fan hates me. Oh, she's behaving. Okay.
Oh, and it's nice as well. Mine's like a cabin room. Hello again. Mine's like, you know when you go onto like a plane or like a train and then you have like a shower, but it's like a wet room?
So, first of all, thank you, Nerea, for hosting your own little MTV Welcome to My Crib sesh. There's a few things we talked about off camera which I wanted to mention. Like I said, Queen Margaret is chiller than Murano, so if you like your quiet time, you want to have your little space to study and kind of relax on your own, and you don't want to have people around you all the time, maybe Queen Margaret is for you. Apparently, according to Nerea, Queen Margaret is good for prees, not so much for parties, but it's right next to Winton, which is apparently full of internationals, big party place, so it's a nice little balance. You know, you get the best of both worlds. That was Queen Margaret. Moving on to private accommodation. The next accommodation is mine, which means I can slander it as much as I want to. Welcome to Firhill. So this is my always messy kitchen, perpetually in a state of, like, disgustingness. I don't think that's a word. It's got all the essentials, like a sink, a fridge, a hob, an oven, so I'm not gonna waste time showing you that. Instead, I'll just show you my room and tell you what I would have wanted to know before I moved into Firhill. So a big plus side is that it's right next to Murano, so like you have your own bathroom, it's cheaper, whatever, but you can still pop over to Murano if you want to. The thing that they don't tell you is that it's right next to a football stadium, so if you want to sleep in on Saturdays, that's not going to be possible. Social life at Firhill is essentially non-existent, so if you struggle making friends, I wouldn't recommend coming here because it keeps you pretty isolated. It's like a 25-minute walk to uni, and there is a shuttle bus that goes to and from uni in the city center, so that was Firhill pretty much. And our final, most luxurious accommodation, Clifton House. Clifton House is la creme de la creme of fancy private accommodations. They have a gym, the best common room you'll ever see in your life, a cinema, and study spaces. It's like a 10-minute walk from uni in probably the best part of town. Social life is also pretty poppin', but obviously it's more expensive than other holes. To be honest, I have nothing bad to say about Clifton House. From my experience, it's fucking amazing. The people are also really cool, so here's a wise word from LJ.
Oh, I always behave. It just depends whether I behave good or behave bad.
So if anyone's still watching now, I just want to say thank you for making it to the end of the video. Hopefully this was kind of helpful. I really hope it was. It took me forever to film and edit, so I'd appreciate it if you like, comment, subscribe, tweet me at David Dobrik, the whole spiel, and I'll see you next month. Bye.